First thing considered as a mistake is not priming your skin. I'm not saying that you should use a primer, but you should moisturize your skin at least. So we're gonna start off with the foundation, and for today's video I chose Dior Backstage. This one, this is the foundation, and the shade which I'm using today is 3WO, which is my exact match for this time of the year. And then on the other side I'm gonna be using Maybelline Fit Me, this one, okay, and the shade which I've chosen is 122 Creamy Beige. So let's assume that you just went to the shop, you bought yourself foundation with the help of a consultant, you chose the color in the shop under the lovely lights there, and let's see what happens. I'm gonna start off with the nice side, just this amount, you can see better, okay, the shade. I'm just blending out this with, by the way, I'm gonna be using the same brush, Sigma F80 flat kabuki brush. I will blend my foundation down my neck here, down the jawline. Since my neck is much lighter than my face, much lighter than my whole body anyway, and I'm happy with the light coverage so far, I will move on to the other side. I might add some more foundation, but I will first leave it to sit on my skin, to set a little bit, and then I will go back. This kind of looks a bit lighter for my skin. And I will apply everything at once. Oh, no, it should be more. I remember they put more on Instagram. I don't want to lose any product as well. She said this is my color. I can still see my pores. Why? They look so flawless on Instagram. Something is wrong with the foundation, I'm telling you. Tap, 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 tap. And that's it. Okay, I'm going back to my good side and I will apply just a bit more. I need a little bit more coverage. And I try to blend it really nice in my skin. I blend it well in my hairline. A little bit on my ear. Just for the purpose of the video, I will apply some on my lips as well, because I'm not saying this is a mistake. 4 shades lighter than my skin tone. It's pink undertone and I have olive undertone, and you tell me how it looks like. It looks horrendous, I'm telling you. And by the way, not only I can see my pores, but they look bigger. Next up we have the concealer. I will apply just a little bit like this here, and I will blend it with my fingers, it's fine. As soon as I'm happy with the concealer, the amount which I applied, I'm immediately tapping again and straight away taking some powder, just a bit of a powder, and set my concealer in place. On the other hand, I will get even lighter concealer. I saw that on Instagram. I know they make this big triangle. I think it was here. Oh man, but this is like moving away, you know?
What happened here?
I don't know why this doesn't give me coverage enough. I think I need to apply a little bit more. This concealer is not good. I don't get the point, I don't understand what's wrong. It just doesn't want to blend nicely, and it's just moving around my skin, and I don't know what happens. It looks weird on my face. Anyway, I'll apply more concealer on my face, because everybody is doing contour and highlighting. I'm taking the same brush. By the way, my brush is dirty. This foundation is not good. As soon as I blend my concealer, it just moves and it disappears from my skin, and I don't know what's wrong with the foundation. On the good side, I will apply some of the concealer which I applied under my eye, and I'm applying just the slightest amount. And I would apply it on my nose, but I have the other concealer there, so I don't want to mess up with the... So I'll tap the concealer with my finger and I make sure I don't disturb the foundation underneath. I will use a brush on this side a little bit, just almost like not touching my skin. It's the slightest touch. And the next thing which I'll do on this side is set everything so it doesn't melt away during the day. I can apply the rest of my products without getting any patchiness, and I can set this concealer here so it doesn't crease into this line again. And I'm using just a bit of powder on a brush, it's fine. I tap off the excess, and with tapping motions I set my face. On this side, on the other hand, I won't apply any powder. Next up, we go on to eyebrows. The color which I'll be using is medium brown. This is a cool brown color. So I will brush my eyebrows, apply the slightest amount. I will stop and I will brush it just to get rid of the excess product. And I will go on again with the hair-like strokes. Here at this part I will just apply the tiniest amount of pencil just to give my arch a bit of a shape, nothing major, nothing too much. I make sure that I don't have any harsh lines or anything which doesn't look like a hair. Let's move on to the other brow. So, first and foremost, I need to carve out my brows. I saw they're getting a big line under their eyebrows, so that must be this is not enough concealer. Which reminds me that they used concealer on their eyelid as a primer as well, so let me just apply a little bit more.
Какво правиш, бе?
Ела да видиш дали ти изглеждам добре, де.
Причаш на... Имаш мисля, бъде така. Но червен е такова, съвсем друг цвет е ми. Като за карнавал. Носна вежда от Тамбукту.
I'm going with this eyebrow pencil from Rimmel, and the color which I'll be using is dark brown. So, I remember they do a big line under their eyebrow. Plus, my eyebrow needs to go there. You know, they say fill in the brows. I need some more. Anyway, I need to do them square. That's what trend is, you know, like the square brows on Instagram. Wait, my sister is coming as well. Let me see her reaction.
Валерия, бе.
Какво? Харесва ли ти? My brow looks terrific. Let's move on to the eyelids and see what happened meanwhile with the concealer which I blended down on my eyelids. On the good side, I will apply some of this primer, this one, and I will set the primer with the lightest shade here in the palette, this one. I'm just gonna tap the creasings here and I set the primer in place. For the wrong side, I'm just gonna miss setting the concealer and I will move on to shadows. I won't go crazy on eyeshadows. I'm just gonna apply just a bit of this shade here, this one, in my crease. Next thing which I'll do on the good side is I will take a smaller brush and just a bit darker shade, maybe this one here. I'll keep my brush straight and I will apply this only in the crease of my eye, and this will slowly blend upwards. I will take a clean brush and I will blend away all the edges, everything, just to be seamless. One, I will use a flat brush and I'll use since I don't want to change the palette, I will use this gold shade here. I apply some of the darker color just here in the outer corner. And I think that's enough with the eyeshadows. I will apply some of the highlighter shade on my brow bone, as I told you. Just here, lightly. And so far I'm happy with the result. Next thing, we are going to the other eye. So I'm taking the darker shade, straight away the darker shade, not the first one, and I will apply this in my crease. Wait a minute, they're saying everywhere you should bring the color a bit more upwards, yeah? So I will place my brush here and I will start to swipe and swipe and swipe. This doesn't blend. That's what they were saying, you know, here the crease. Why is this patch coming there now? You know, everywhere they say that this should be up here. I'm taking the highlighter shade and I will highlight my brow bone. I will apply the highlighter shade on the lid as well. This thing doesn't want to move at all. There is a line here. Why it doesn't blend? Why? I think I might need to bring the color here more inside. Windshield wiper motions. This one. I need to buy a different eyeshadow palette. Let's move on to the eyeliner and see what happens next. Actually, I decided to use an eyeshadow, black, just to be easier. And I'm gonna use an angle brush like this. I'm taking some of the eyeshadow on the brush and I will just apply the tiniest amount. Now I'm considering that my eye is hooded, and the more color I apply here, darker color, this will even hide the lid space, the not much lid space which I have. Plus, since I have hooded eyes, it's really hard to make eyeliner like a cut eyeliner look. So I'm just gonna keep the line really small, and that's just enough for me. Let me actually just darken a little bit more the outer corner with the darker shade only here. I'm moving on to the other eye and I will apply the same eyeshadow with the same brush, but in different way. Everybody's wearing eyeliner. If everybody is wearing, I can wear it too. And I need the flick. It looks nice when I'm looking in the mirror like this, you see? Look what happens then when I rest my eyes. I will apply a little bit more just to make it, you know, like the proper eyeliner. Where was it? Why? Maybe like this? I messed up the corner, so I have to make it even longer. And that looks kind of... And why this line looks like this now? This one I have to make one, yeah? You know, I see they drag the line like this. Yes, okay. This is not a good look. It's the eyeshadows and the brush. Moving on to mascara. On this eye, I will curl my lashes. I will move on to the other eye. Oh man, I have mascara here. This mascara doesn't work. Ooh, my foundation is missing now. By the way, why my foundation is like, oh my god, here on my nose. Now I have a bald spot on my face. Let's move to contouring, and everybody contours their face, so why not me? I will first start off with the good side and I will use this shade from Inglot. This is a contouring shade. It's a tad bit darker for my skin tone. On the tip of the brush, just here, tap off the excess, start from the outside. I will apply just a bit here. That's it for the contouring of the good side. Let's move on to the bad side. For the butt side, I will be using a bronzer since so many people contour their face with bronzer shades. And let's see what happens. I will take a stiff angle brush. I'm loading my brush with product a lot. And I make the line. That's not enough. I need a bit more. You know what? I'm gonna take the darker shade just because I think that's too light for me. And with the same brush, I'm applying a little bit more. But why did I get a patch here? Let's move on to bronzing the face, and I will take this brush and the same bronzer and I will bronze my good side. I'm taking just a bit of a product. I tap off the excess, very light movement, and I'm gonna bronze the highest points of my forehead. This is where the sun naturally hits my forehead. I will apply just the tiniest amount here again. I will blend everything nicely. For the other side, I'm loading my brush with the bronzer. More bronzer, since we want the bronzy glow. I'm moving on to the blush, and I'll be using H&M Corally Color blush. This is the color which I'll be using. This is pinkish but a bit more corally with warm undertone. I'm applying again the tiniest bit amount on my brush, almost on top of the bronzer, and I apply the blush with upwards motion just to give that lift to the face. I don't want to drag anything down. On the other hand, this is the color. I'm loading my brush, then I smile and I apply it on my cheeks. But why it's not up now, but it's going there? Last but not least, let's move to lips. Oh, I forgot the highlighter. On this side, I'm applying some highlighter on the highest points of my cheeks only. Load the brush, I tap off the excess, and I'm applying this just ever so slightly lightly here. Let's move to the other side, and what I'll be using is a highlighter shade, which is this one. This is a pinky highlighter. Remember, I have olive skin tone, warm undertones, and I'm just taking this highlighter here on top of everything, and I will apply more and more and more, because why not? Everybody is so highlighted. I will apply highlighter here, you know, why not? I need the glow. Here I remember they apply highlighter here on top of the eyebrow. I don't understand though why this highlighter looks gray now. It's the palette. Let's move on to the lips. It's the last thing which I want to do. For the purpose of this video, I will be using red lipstick. You might be guessing why. On my good side, I will apply a lip liner. On the other side, I'm going straight in with my lipstick, and of course I want to overline my lips a bit. It's really hard to make a straight line with the lipstick, you know, but I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger because here I need to overline the lower lip as well. Because, do you remember, I applied so much of concealer and so much of this black eyeshadow that everything is creasing now, everything is transferring, smudging down here, I will fix the problem in another way. Black liner on my lower lash line. I'm just gonna try to blend it with my finger to clean this mess. Anyway guys, that is the finished look, and I think you got the idea. I think you were able to see which mistakes I did. Of course it was a fun way to show you some makeup mistakes. Of course I exaggerated some things, but the point of the video is clear, I guess. I really hope you had some fun here, and if you did, please give me thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, it will mean a lot for me since my channel is new. And guys, I'm gonna see you soon. Bye.